If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. Woo! I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. Yeah. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly.
Now, guys, we just watched some CNN idiots that literally just said, "Oh, that's just simply not true." Where's your proof of that? Where's your proof of that is happening and that we're doing that on MSNBC and CNN? This is the man that we elected to be president. So this is the top dog. So if he's saying that it's happening, it's happening. So are these people on these panels and these liberal media outlets smarter than the man that got elected?
Well, they really banned him off Twitter and he was the sitting president.
That's true. They took away some of his tweets on We Know that day. They took away his tweets on that day.
So when you really think about that, that's
yeah,
all
man. We don't want this to be a thing where you can do that to people, but y'all do that to people.
He was a sitting president.
No one self-rejects more than the far left media.
This shit is insane, guys. Thank you, Trump. Thank you.
Whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, Those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year cooling off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data. Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
What you said?
It look like he glowing.
Oh yeah, no, the quality changed. The quality. Man, all the YouTubers that got censored, man.
Who gave his life?
Everybody that got blackballed, shadow man. The people that.
But damn it, it's proud to be an American and a YouTuber in America today.
The people
now.
that crawled before we walked, guys.
They crawled before we walked, man.
For
They really
real,
did.
man.
They took some licks.
Because we was close.
Well, yeah, they took some lists so that we could eat.
Y'all
So we
know what's
appreciate
so
y'all
crazy
for real.
to
No
me?
cap, man.
Like,
the OGs
I wonder
YouTubers,
what
man.
was they real life censorship if we still had drill music on the internet.
Like, wow, y'all let this ride. But
That's the true
They're
question.
trying to corrupt.
y'all
your
know how
skin,
far,
brother. They trying to corrupt.
Do y'all want to know
your
how
skin.
far the censorship was taken? You remember, they deleted the Nelk Boys' first video with Trump. It had 20 million views in 2 hours.
YouTube finished.
YouTube deleted it.
Because it was gonna get the young people. They didn't want him to get the Nelk boys.
The level
Proud.
of censorship? Now they got like 4 Trump interviews up. Why are they still up?
Well,
He said on there, he said,
This might
they're
get
gonna
deleted.
take this down.
He
No, he
did.
didn't say it might. He said they're gonna take this down. It's not gonna be. They're going to take this down. They said no, they're not gonna take it down.
Nobody
They took it
believed
down.
Nobody believed it, guys. He
That's
dodged the
crazy.
bullet.
They didn't say
man.
nothing on there,
He
bro.
dodged the bullet,
what he
bro.
said that was so crazy. They took this man down.
You used to get banned on YouTube for saying the word vaccine. Kyle said that. He said if you said vaccine during COVID.
Yeah.
Huh!
Now
Well,
you
that was the
can't-
worst 4
now you
years in
can't do
American
certain
history.
things with guns
Not
and
really,
stuff.
but in recent history.
They messed up the gun content.
So they messed.
Yeah.
But how they messed that up? And we
Remember
got
they took the
drill
gun emoji
music
away.
on the internet,
want to
bro.
corrupt your
that
skin,
shit
brother.
is so crazy to me.
They want to corrupt your Pan-Africanism.
I want to
Piece
hit
of
him with that top,
Pan-Africanism,
kill that
nigga.
nigga
Hey,
across the street.
I fully think now
Damn.
that hip-hop music came from the Democrat Party.
Duh.
It was
did.
a plant to hurt
Niggas.
the Pan-Africanism
Yes.
and the melaninized skin.
And it worked.
And our black
The
people are
LPAs.
still doing it.
They ran inside zone over and over. Couldn't
They
stop
said,
it.
let's not
All
forget,
game.
these niggas used to couldn't read, so we can get these niggas.
Yeah, they said they can't read, but they can listen real good. So let's give. They love that. You know, They noticed they love
like
chucking
their
and
music.
jiving. They love music. So what if we made music for them niggas to tell them what we want them to hear? Ooh,
man,
that would be a grand idea.
You know what's
Hey,
the worst
man.
thing? I think of all of it was like the overly sexualized of our women.
No, that's not the worst
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That is the best
It's a lot,
part.
it's a
But
lot.
it's the killing.
It's a lot.
The killing is the
It's a lot.
worst.
It's a lot, bro.
But what does that mean? Elon posted exactly when he said Trump head this way, World War III. And
Oh
what
yeah,
was
yeah. It was his skull, like it was a DNA scan
Yeah,
of
we
like
want peace.
not DNA scan, but it was like the skull of black, like it was like an image of the skull and like the bullet
Going through.
whatever
Yeah.
went through.
Yeah.
And
War
they
III.
said World War III, and then it was like it tells a little bit, and it was like life on Mars. Like that is actually what literally happened.
Yeah, that literally was.
Like, that's crazy to really think about, guys. Man.
I'm proud
That
to
was a
be
close
an
one.
American, man.
Wow, guys.
Bring the
And-
patriarchy back, man.
I think, man, look, the
Bald
last
eagle
time I'm gonna
sound.
say it,
Put
guys.
it
I mean,
in.
it's not gonna be the last time I say it. They have to go purchase these liberal media outlets.
Oh,
They
we're gonna
have
do that.
to, because the
We're gonna
fact
run that same play on them. Inside zone, all game, down the middle.
they're saying that it's no proof of this. That is actually the craziest lie of them all. It's no proof.
There
of
is
this.
proof of it. Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, admitted to
So
it.
why are they still allowed to come on there and say it's just no proof?
Well,
Google's being sued.
We
the
get
biggest
fact check.
proof. They took this man, him, the sitting president, got taken off of Twitter. That's all we had
Videos with
to
him
say.
on it on YouTube. Interviews were taken down off YouTube. That's
all
evidence.
we had to see.
I present to you Exhibit A, Exhibit B. We got a bunch of exhibits. It's
This
like the
why
zoo
pe-
in this.
And it's just like we seen them stuff. That stuff happen in Congress. Like we seen all that. A lot of people not seeing that. Other people on these outlets not seeing that. We've seen a lot of the stuff that they said, bro. I mean, as far as the censorship,
It's simple. We know what's going
and a
on,
lot
man.
of stuff, and then they just on, and they get on CNN and say it didn't happen.
They're racist.
Hey, God,
They
Trump,
sound like a racist.
please fix it, man.
For your